Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we have another installment of our skincare roundup series that I'm running here on the channel. In this series, I take a look at my current top 3 holy grails and bottom 3 fail products in each step of our skincare routine. Today is a turn of cleansers, and I'm going to be breaking my rules just a little bit because there's so many different types of cleansers out there. I'm going to be increasing the number of holy grails that I talk about, hopefully helping you guys to find the very best match for your own skin. I'm also going to call out a couple of total fail cleansers that I just don't think are going to work for everyone to hopefully save you a few of your hard-earned coins. Now, sit back, relax, let's talk the best and worst cleansers. Now, before we get into this video, just the usual reminder to do all that YouTubey stuff. If you haven't already, if you could reach down and give this video a thumbs up and a like. I don't measure my own worth and value in life based on the number of likes I get, but YouTube still does. The more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube will publish it on its platform. So by giving the video a thumbs up, it's a great way of supporting me in the channel and helping as many people as possible to discover our fabulous Mad About Skin family. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for each and every one of you that always takes the time to like the videos. It does really help me out. Though, with all that being said, shall we cut the waffle and just delve straight on in? And in the spirit of positivity, I want to start with the ding Holy Grail cleansers first. Now, I'll level with you guys. You shouldn't really be paying more than £10, $15 for a cleanser. The drugstore really offers some fantastic options, and because cleansers only really sit on the skin for like 60 seconds, you don't get a whole lot of additional benefit. I would say if you're looking to splurge, looking to invest, do so in like the toners and the serum steps in your skincare routine, because that's when paying a little bit more can get you a little bit more. When it comes to cleansers, keep it drugstore, keep it affordable. I know budgets are really tight at the moment with the cost of everything going up and up. So one great way of just shaving a little bit of the cost off your skincare routine without minimizing the results you'll get is just switch to a cheaper cleanser. So all the products I'm talking about today are drugstore to their core, and I still think you'll get an amazing cleanse from each and every one of them. Let's start with gel cleansers, perfect for that oily, acne-prone skin, or for people in summer that are looking to just take away a little extra of the sweat, the oil that we sometimes wake up with. I've got two holy grails that I want to share with you, and it's these two. The Geek and Gorgeous Jelly Joker Cleanser. This is like a ride or die. It's been with me for years and years, and I always go back to it. It feels super luxurious, but it's super inexpensive. I think here in the UK it's like £6.50, £7. Really affordable, but you get that luxury feel. This is what I mean by you can go drugstore and not have to compromise on the quality and that luxury feeling. It's super bouncy, it's almost velvety on the skin, you get a nice moderate lather to it, but it's not stripping, it's not drying, and it does work really well. I'd say it's most effective as a second step in a double cleanse. I think on its own it struggles to get rid of all of the dirt, the debris, makeup and SPF, but that's not a problem. A lot of people love to do a double cleanse in the evening, and this is definitely the second step cleanser that I would reach for. If you're looking for a gel cleanser that kind of just does a little bit more, maybe is a standalone cleanse on its own, this one would work so well. This is the Ciara's Day by Day Cleansing Gel. So good. It's really effective at getting off every last trace of makeup, dirt, debris, pollution from the skin. If you use it on a morning, it just freshens everything up, and it doesn't leave you feeling super stripped and dried, which I really like. I'd say whatever cleanser you go for, make sure that after you've used it on the skin, you've towel dried, that you're not feeling super tight, too red, or too like dry in terms of your skin. That's just really your skin telling you that that cleanser's not right for you. So kind of look out for that. Make sure you're choosing the right one for your skin type. This is really gentle, it leaves the skin feeling beautifully soft, and it's just a really nice all-round performer in a gel cleanser, and one that I definitely recommend. Now, I touched a minute ago on double cleansing, which is a current hot trend in skincare, and that's where you take a balm or an oil cleanser to start your cleansing ritual. You apply that to the skin, break down all that dirt, debris, makeup and SPF. You then follow with a gel cleanser, which rinses all that away and also takes with it the last traces of that balm or that oil cleanser. It's a really effective way of getting to grips with really water resistant SPF, waterproof makeup, things that you find that your standalone cleanser just won't budge. I will just say at this point, don't feel pressured into doing a double cleanse. I know a lot of people out there are saying, if you're not double cleansing, you're not doing your skincare routine right. This just isn't the case. With modern cleansers, often a gel cleanser can get it all done in one like that. That Ciara's one that I just referenced will do exactly that. But sometimes we want to treat ourselves to a little bit of facial massage. We might want to get a little extra from our cleanse. Doing a double cleanse is a really great way forward. My favourite balm cleanser, and this will come as no surprise to anybody that watches this channel, is this. This is the Juno Co Clean 10 Balm. So, so good. Not only is this the most effective balm I think I've ever tried, it's like £9 here in the UK, and I think it's even cheaper in North America. Drugstore to its core, which I love, and super, super effective. It's also really got a nice, like, invigorating, uplifting, almost like lemony scent to it, which I really, really like. It's like a nice summery fragrance. Not everyone will want a fragrance cleansing balm, so that's something to bear in mind. But if you want something that just elevates your routine, gives you the element of the sensorial and lifts your spirits, this is so, so good. And it's one of the most effective balms, bar none. Also, why I love this is if you massage this into the skin for like 60 seconds, apply some lukewarm water, allow it to turn almost milky, and continue to massage for like a further 20 seconds. Once you rinse it off completely, there'll be very little trace or film on the skin. That means you don't really need to follow with a gel cleanser if you don't want to. This is definitely something I'd recommend if you have a drier skin type. Just use a balm like this. It'll leave behind the very faintest film, which is really great for maintaining hydration levels in the skin, meaning that the product won't strip and dry. So, so good. Amazing if you have a drier skin type, but if, like me, you're super oily and acne prone, use it as a first step in a double cleanse for like the ultimate luxurious cleansing experience. Now, cleansing oils come and go in terms of how popular they are. They were all the rage a while back, and then everyone moved on to balm cleansers, which personally for me, I find a little less messy and easier to use. But there are those people that love, love, love a good cleansing oil and feel like it adds an extra element of luxury and a little bit more of an in-depth cleanse than you can get from a balm. Well, the one I would recommend is this. This is the non-buzzing Easy Peasy oil. So, so good. I wasn't really a fan of cleansing oils till I met this one, and I'm a total convert. It's easy to use because it's got a really nice pump applicator, which doesn't dispense like too much product. It's just the right amount. You blend this into the skin and it just feels so, so good. It glides on like butter, like velvet. Really, really love the texture to it, but it emulsifies and rinses off really quickly as well. I find oils sometimes can be a little bit stubborn to get off the skin, which is why you feel obliged to follow with a gel cleanser. Not with this one. Again, following that same rule as with the balm, 60-second massaging into the skin, apply your lukewarm water, allow it to go milky, and a further 20-second massage after that. Once you rinse it off the skin, disappears like that, no trace, but with it, it takes away all the dirt, the debris, and what the day's thrown at us. It's got a really nice scent to it as well, which I'd say it's a little bit different to that Juno Co one. It's less citrusy. It's more like, it's a bit floral. It smells so, so good. And again, not everyone will want fragrance in their cleanser, which is absolutely fine. I'll leave some fragrance-free options below if you're in the description box if you prefer them. But for me, cleanser is a great way of getting that sensorial because you're not leaving it on the skin. Minimal risk of irritation, but nice to pick me up, a lift in the morning. Such a great product. Now, before I move on to the fails, I have got a couple of honourable mentions that I really want to get in here. I know this breaks the rule of this series because it's supposed to be the top 3 and the bottom 3, but with so many cleansers to choose from, hopefully you guys won't read me to filth too much. If I do just go through a couple of honourable mentions you might really enjoy. This is the Jackson Lane Shake and Wake Enzyme Powder. So good. I actually like to travel with this because it's a powder, so the risk of it spilling all over your suitcase is minimal, which is definitely a plus. Great one to travel with, but this is an enzyme powder, which, when you add some water in the palm of your hand, turns beautifully silky and milky. It glides onto the skin, and you can definitely feel that tingling of those enzymes getting to work. It's a great way of combining your exfoliation and your cleanse in one step, cut down on the number of products you need, save a little coin, which I love, and I'm just really enjoying Jackson Lane as a brand at the moment. Definitely would recommend. It's one of the least messy cleansing powders I've ever used because it's got a really nice fine applicator, so you get just the right amount of product you need, and it's super convenient. Of all the enzyme powders I've tried, hands down, this is my absolute favourite, and one that I'd recommend for people that want to combine exfoliation and cleansing all in one go. Now, before we come on to the fails, I do just want to give a quick shout out and an honourable mention to this, which is my own cleanser, the Mad About Skin Gentle Jelly Cleanser. Now, I always get super embarrassed, mentioning my own products. I am, of course, biased. I created this product from scratch, and of course, I think it's amazing because I really wanted to hone in on everything I thought a cleanser should be. However, I never wanted to come across on this channel that I think, I'm selling this has to be the product that you reach for. Nothing else will compare. Actually, all the cleansers that I've just mentioned are amazing and will be game-changing additions to your skincare routine, and I genuinely use them month in, month out in my own routine. I'm on about bottle number 6, and this is running quite low, of my own cleanser, and I wanted this to kind of be like a catch-all. If you're still a bit struggling to work out which is the right cleanser for you, to match your skin type, what you want to get out of the product, honestly, maybe give this one a go. So the way that I formulated this is it goes on as a beautiful, rich cream. That means it's actually quite nice and hydrating. It's not stripping and drying like some gel cleansers could be. That cream also acts kind of like a little bit of a balm because it has got some oils held within it, so it'll really get to work on breaking apart the makeup, any SPF, dirt and debris that's on the skin. You then apply some water and it just turns into a really nice light foam. You get barely any foaming to it because I didn't want it to be stripping and drying, but it does kind of then act a bit like a second cleanse. So you can get it all in one. It means you only have to reach for one product rather than two, and I would honestly, I'm so proud to have put my name to it. It's of course the one that I use most often, but I wanted to add it in the honourable mentions because of course any of the other products that I mentioned in today's video will work just as good and are phenomenal cleansers in their own right. If you wanted to get your hands on this product, you can use the code MASFamily, all capital letters, all one word, for 15% off at checkout. Who'd like to save a little extra coin? Keeps the drugstore even more affordable. Now, unfortunately, with any ding 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 holy grails comes some wah 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 total fails, and that's what I want to call out now. These are the cleansers that just didn't work for me, and I'd say save your hard-earned coin and invest in some of the other amazing ones that I've called out. Let's start with this product, one that I never thought I'd actually be saying this about. This is the Oat Cleansing Balm by the Inkey List. Now, I know I filmed a video a few days ago saying why I'm kind of over the Inkey List, which I'll leave a link to up there if you want to check it out. The reason I'm including this in the fails has nothing to do with that, because this used to be my absolute holy grail. But the last couple of bottles that I bought of this has just separated and split. It comes out like a liquid rather than like a balm. It just doesn't seem to be holding up the way that it used to. I started keeping it in the fridge thinking maybe it's just the heat, and the same thing still happened. It broke apart and really didn't give a very effective cleanse. I wonder whether the Inkey List have reformulated this without really shouting about it, because honestly, I used to love this so much, but the last couple of times I bought it, I've been really underwhelmed, and it seems like an entirely different product to the one that I used to love. Have you guys experienced the same thing? Sound off in the comment section below. Have you had the same problems with the Inkey List Oat Cleansing Balm as I have? It used to be a holy grail, so it devastates me that it just no longer is working for me. Now I want to call out this. This is the Purito From Green Deep Foaming Cleanser. So again, I actually quite like how this performs in the skin. Not a bad cleanser, but there's a couple of things that mean it's a fail for me. First and foremost, it really stings. So it gets up the nose all the time, which I don't really have that problem with any other cleansers. And then it really stings and irritates my nostrils, which again, you should never really, don't eat or ingest or inhale any of your skincare. Not a good idea, but somehow this always manages to do that, which kind of puts me off. That could be user error on my part, so I'm not going to read them to filth too much for that. I don't particularly like the smell. This is fragrance free, which appeals to a lot of people, but it's got almost like an odd gluey-like scent to it, which really isn't that pleasant to use. And I find of all the gel cleansers I've reached for, this is the least effective at getting off the waterproof makeup, any water-resistant SPF. It really just doesn't perform that well. You kind of have to go in with a balm first, and I don't always want to do that. This, for me, I just think there's better gel cleansers out there, ones with a nicer texture, nicer scent, and a little bit higher performance quality to it than this one, which is why it's going in the fails category. Finally, it's going to be this. This is the Oliveria Dermatologist Organics Wash All Barrier Relief Cleanser. That's a ridiculously long name. And the reason I actually was so disappointed with this product is, first of all, it claims to be like an organic skincare brand, which I wanted to try a little bit more. I'm not sold on the whole everything has to be organic movement, but I do think, you know what, sometimes these organic ingredients can have some additional benefits. So I thought I'd put it through its paces and try this. Actually, the concentration of organic ingredients in this is like 30%. That is ridiculously low. I was expecting it to be like 80, 90% for really being able to put organic on a bottle. And I think, well, that's taught me. There's no international standard of what constitutes organic and doesn't in terms of formulations within skincare. So always bear that in mind. Read, do what I didn't do. Read the ingredients and check what percentage you're actually getting of organic content. Unfortunately, this left me feeling a little bit flat on that regard. Also, it's super confusing. So this product claims to be an acid cleanser. So I thought, okay, a little bit of exfoliation alongside a cleanse. No, it's a 5.5 pH cleanser, which actually is just neutral to the skin's natural pH. It's slightly on the acidic, but our skin is naturally acidic anyway. But I think calling it an acid cleanser in our minds goes to exfoliation, so it was a little bit misleading. Finally, whilst it is actually really nice in terms of the scent, it's kind of got like, it smells like Rose Turkish Delight, which is one of my favourite scents. One of the reasons I love that Aesop Rose by Any Other Name body wash. But the scent's gorgeous, the performance less so. It really didn't take a lot off the skin. And the directions say use once a week. I just don't know why you'd be using this once a week. I think that might just be an error. Like something's lost in translation between the Korean and the English. That does happen, and I'm not going to read a brand to fill for that. But I think I'm cautiously using this thinking, should I only be using it once a week? Is that just an error? Or a little bit confusing. So for me, whilst this does get a lot of hype online, and I'm sure it will work really well for some people, the scent is divine. The performance just doesn't justify the price point that they want to charge. And for me, it's just too confusing. I like things super simple in my skincare routine. This isn't it. And so whilst in theory great, just in actual performance, it was a fail for me. So there you have it, guys, a rundown of my holy grails and total fails in the cleanser category. Hopefully you'll forgive me for breaking my own rules and going beyond just the top 3 and bottom 3, because I think when it comes to cleansers, there's so much variety. I just wanted to share a lot of different options so you can match the right one to your individual skin's needs. Hopefully this has taken some of the mystery out of cleanser, but sound off in the comment section below if you have any other questions, recommendations you want to share, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.